I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
Every fan doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. So excited about today's episode, man. It's been a full week since I've been on personally. I know my man Dave and Tomo held it down for a couple of days. Tomo held it down with the Pittsburgh.
I still owe you one for that too.
And then Dave held it down for real, right? On Friday. Great job on that one. And both of y'all held it down on Thursday. So appreciate y'all for doing that. But look, y'all, we got a good show for y'all. Good show. Y'all see Dave's face. He in the zone. Y'all see Dave's face. We got to talk about that Trey Lyles trade. We got to talk about Giannis potentially not staying with the Bucks. And lastly, man, somebody said some crazy stuff on the podium yesterday, but we're going to get to that later. But fellas, I got my bro Davey Dollars and Mr. Get Done Saying Yourself. First off on vacation. Tomo, what's good, fellas? How y'all doing?
Hold on, Dave. I know you're going to kill me, but...
So today is all about we are boys.
Man, look, man, I had to bring a smile back to your face, man. You know, you was looking a little sad, man. I know that clip was going to do it for you. I'm doing good, man. I mean, I don't know about Dak Prescott, but I'm just saying, I'm doing good.
I'm not too happy right now, but it don't matter. I'm excited about the show, so I'm ready to talk about these topics. All I know is you ain't gonna hear Calm Dave today. That's all I can say. You're not gonna hear Calm Dave today. Maybe only on the Giannis topic, but the other two, I got a lot to say on the other two topics. But it don't matter. It is Money Making Mondays, so it's time to turn me up. Turn me up. Up. Let's get it. I'm ready to start the show.
Let's go, man. All right, man. We got to go straight to the show, y'all. But before we do that, though, we got a little bit to say. Like this video on 3 different platforms. We on Twitter. Well, X now. All right. X, which is looking weird on my phone. I be thinking this Bleach Report. I don't know if anybody feel the same way.
They do.
We got X. All right. We on X right now live. We on Facebook Live. And obviously, where the money reside, like Tomo would say, we on YouTube. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share on all 3 platforms. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to everybody on the show so far. We got my man Tay, Cleveland Browns fan. So sorry to say. We got Carl here. We got Donnell in the comment section, and my man Dino Blaze. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. All right. So, Tomo, the floor is yours.
Man, they say last. Now everybody go try to break fast, but it's last. Man, oh man! When I tell you this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Oh my bad.
No, you saying bye, yo. Bye to the Bay. I'm sitting down. You know, I'm enjoying my vacation. You know, taking the kids out. So you know, they have they last of the summer before school starts. And I get this message that come up on my phone. I'm thinking it's a prank. The Dallas Cowboys trade for Trey Lyles, a 4th round pick at that. So I look, I say, nah, I don't really believe Bleach Report like that. So I gotta go to my sources. I go to Refuse to Lose chats. I'm like, if it's not in the Refuse to Lose chat, I don't believe it. I go to the chat. I was like, oh, I know this was a sad post. I know Dave did not like this one. And it was there. So I was like, man, it went down like the countdown. Then I said, hey, Worm, you was right. So I'll go back. I'm on YouTube. I gotta go back and finish watching the show because I'm like, my man Dave holding it down right now. This is a Good Friday episode. Him and JMO talking about the Dolphins. Right? And I'm like, Dave not gonna like this. Dave not gonna like this at all. So he reports it on the show. So again, I had my two confirmations. I had the show and I had the chat to say Trey Lance is officially a Dallas Cowboy for a 4th round 2024 pick. Dave, come on now. You said it. You've been talking about it for almost like 5 episodes. Or every chance you get, every Lance you get, you done said something about it. How was you feeling when this happened, man?
I'm pissed. First of all, I gotta talk about John Lynch first, because this made absolutely no sense to me. And his press conference, well, it was in an interview, well, not necessarily a press conference, but he got asked about the Trey Lance trade, and this idiot pretty much said that we did what we did our best to make sure that we prepare him for what he was able to do. And in the same breath, he said that we didn't tell our offense catered to what he could do best.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Now, y'all have heard me multiple times on this show say that Kyle Shanahan did not tell our offense towards Trey Lance. A lot of people, kept saying that I didn't sound right. I sounded stupid. I didn't know what I was talking about. And now John Lynch comes out and pretty much says exactly what I said.
That's a fact.
Not only that, before the trade, Kyle Shanahan said that Trey Lance was going to start in the last preseason game. But we clearly see that didn't happen because he got traded. Not only that, he said that he gave him the day off because it was scheduled. No, Trey Lance took the day off because he was devastated because he found out that he didn't win the QB2 job against Sam Darnold. Now, Sam Darnold's on my team, so I have to root for him. But I'm going to be honest about this. He is one read and one read only, and that's it. After that one read, he ain't the same. He's seeing ghosts. So I'm not too excited about that. And then he tried to say that he separated himself 10 days before the trade. So you mean to tell me in that Raiders game, Sam Darnold really outplayed Trey Lance? No, Trey Lance did not have the best game. I'm not saying that he balled out. Did not have the best game. He almost threw at least 3 picks. He ended up with a touchdown that came off of another player. So I was like, all right, yeah, he struggled a little bit, but he was efficient in the game. He was 10 to 15, and he threw a touchdown. It's preseason. And then he's in there with the second and third stringers. It's not like he's playing against the best offensive line. And for one, I kept telling everyone, without the offensive line that we have, we pretty much our debt is not good. Anybody gets hurt in the offensive line, we set up for failure. And then, if that's the case, from what I remember, the 2 people that have played the worst in training camp is Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold. Trey Lance has outplayed both of them, whether he's with the 1s, the 2s, or the 3s in training camp. So there's that. Now, to those people who say that I'm crazy for saying that Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch should be fired because of this, now you see exactly why I said that. You traded away 4 picks for someone who was no longer on the team. Not only did you trade him, but you traded him to our biggest rival in football. You traded him to our biggest rival for a 4th round pick, which technically means you traded away 3 firsts and a 3rd for a 4th round pick.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
So all I gotta say is, if Brock Purdy is not the answer, and we don't at least get to the Super Bowl this year, I don't see why either one of those people still have a job. I don't see why Kyle Shanahan or John Lynch does. Now, I will say this about John Lynch. John Lynch I give him a lot of credit for some of the players that he's drafted, because he's the reason why we have Debo. You know, he's the reason why we have George Kittle. He's the reason why we have most of the best players that we have on the team. He's the reason why we have them. You know, he's the one that signed these players and everything. However, when they both got signed to become, you know, head coach and GM, people forget that Kyle Shanahan was hired as the head coach first before John Lynch became the GM. And the only reason why John Lynch became the GM is because he pitched the idea to Kyle Shanahan. And then he got hired. And in that deal, when he got signed to be the GM, Kyle Shanahan, his contract says that he is to sit in on GM meetings. So if that's not telling me that he doesn't control the team, then I don't know. Y'all be the judge of that, but all I'm saying is I now have to root against Trey Lance because he plays for the Cowboys. So I'm hoping that he does not do well. Although I still want his career to be good, but he's with the Cowboys now, so there's no way in, you know what, I'm going to ever root for him when it comes to the Cowboys. Now, I would have felt better if we had Dak Prescott in this trade, but in reality, I knew that was not going to happen. So, like I said, I'm highly upset. I'm not happy at all, and I'm not the only 49ers fan that feels like that. So, trust me, if y'all see what I saw when that happened, trust me, Niner Empire was not happy at all. But that's my thoughts on that right now.
So first things first, you know, like I said, I watched the episode. I seen Dave's reaction live. He had to be composed because he had to do his job. So first of all, hats off to you, because I probably would have ended the episode. Let that have said Trey Lance for Dak Prescott. I'd have said, hold up. I know we got a few guests lined up, but I don't think I can finish this right now, Joe. I gotta go cry. Like, I'm gonna cry. I ain't even gonna cry in the car. I probably just had them come on in and be like, what's your expectations? What's next? Like, I ain't got nothing else for them. But it's mighty funny, you know, the events of how everything just happened. It was some madness, it was some sadness, combination of both, you know. But first, another thing I want to say is, hey, Niner gang. What is it? Bang Bang Niner gang.
Bang Bang
Thank
Niner.
Donations.
Thank you. You know, a little
Gifts.
bit of more of them.
More gifts. More gifts.
That's what you gave us, man. That was a gift. One thing here is Dak Prescott was drafted. He was a 4th round draft pick. They traded Trey Lance for a 2024 4th round draft pick. Oh, look, you see what I said? More gifts, donations. So I got this one, you know, R2L, #1 sports show on the tube. NTK Sweets and Treats, because that's what the 49ers gave us, some sweets and treats with that quarterback, is #1 custom cake business in the DMV. You know, D'Amico Ryans has been gone. Well, we'll show Dave. Cowboys still, Dak or bust and Tomo. Oh, well, it ain't Joe. I'm not reading those evil emojis with the hearts, but shout out, hold on, I got to finish it. Shout out to Kevo for the $9.99 super chat.
Donations.
He texting the driver, so he probably has some typos or something.
It's all good. It's all good. We understand the celebration.
Sorry,
It's definitely Dak or bust. But go ahead. No, go ahead. Reply to that, Dave. Go ahead.
First of all, when it comes to D'Amico Ryans showing, do you not remember who was our defensive coordinator before D'Amico Ryans was there? Kev, don't comment on my team unless you know exactly what scheme we ran. We ran the same scheme. We ran the same scheme with Robert Saleh, and the defense looked exactly the same. The only difference now is that we have Talanoa Hufanga back there, and we have Mooney Ward. That's the only difference. We didn't have corners when we had Robert Saleh. Now we have a corner and a safety. That's the only difference. Go ahead, continue, Tomo. I just need you to reply to that because I'm sick of that.
All right. So where I was at, I was talking about the events because a lot happened. It was just crazy how all of this happened at the same time because the pivot episode came out with John Lynch. He talked about what you said, Dave, about how he really didn't want to be a GM, but the guy from the owners from the Niners called him and he got him on the phone with Kyle. And Kyle said, nah, bro, go ahead. You can do it. Because basically Kyle knew that I'm still the GM at the end of the day. You just the face. Sounds like a Cowboy-esque type thing. The 49ers and the Cowboys are rivals because at the end of the day, they're almost like trading places here.
That's facts, though.
You all have been in the media so long.
It's pissing me off how much it's facts.
I'm so glad that y'all beat us in the playoffs sometimes because this feels so much better when y'all come out and do the things that y'all do. Because it's like, well, the Niners is the best organization. They keep doing this. They keep doing that. Well, I mean, they're slowly but surely turning into us off the field because we can't seem to beat them in the playoffs on the field. So Jerry's like, take this. When y'all gonna pay Bosa? You still got that issue going on. And you out here trading quarterbacks. But let me talk to my Cowboy Nation for a minute. Dave, look, go ahead, smile, man. Go ahead. You see the comment. But let me talk to my Cowboy Nation and all these narrative drivers out here, right? If you believe that Trey Lance is going to take Dak Prescott's job this year, whatever you're smoking, let me bag it up and sell it because it's a recession right now and I need some money. All right? Because the kid is just bouncing back from that mental breakdown that he's having with the 49. You think he's just going to come out here and take Dak's job? Now, if Dak get hurt and Cooper Rush get hurt, then I can see Trey Lance taking the field. He don't even know the playbook yet. Y'all just say he just came from a confusing playbook. Now he's over here like, man, sheesh, they be quick to push Dak out of here. The same Dak Prescott, right? The same Dak Prescott that was drafted in the 4th round, like I said earlier. The same Dak Prescott that wasn't even supposed to be starting on this Cowboys team. He was the 4th string quarterback. They had a former safety ahead of him. At that time, it was Romo, Kellen Moore, Jamil Showers. Only person that probably know about Jamil Showers is college fans. I'm watch Carl gonna pop up and say something. If you're a Cowboy fan, you know who Jamil Showers is. But outside of that, nobody else know who Jamil Showers is. And he was starting over Dak. He was getting reps over Dak. It took 3 people to get hurt before this guy could start.
That's facts. That's facts.
He gets in the game against the Dolphins, goes 12 for 15, had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. The world was like, oh, we got to steal. We got to steal. Now, do I see the same thing happening for Trey Lance? Possibly. But then that same preseason game led to Dak throwing for 3,666 yards, 23 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. 23 touchdowns and 4 interceptions from a rookie. Come on now. Everybody gonna be like, but it was Zeke. It was that offensive line. Hey, I seen a quarterback just go to the Super Bowl with the same situation with a better defense. But I ain't saying too much, 13-3 record. Went up against Aaron Rodgers. If it went for a toe tap, Cowboys win that game. Now, this guy also has had a winning record since he started in the league. He had 1 8-8 season. Okay, Jason Garrett, 8-8. But he's also not just fighting against the opponents on the other side of the field. When this phone call went down, of course, he's going to come out and be like, well, what y'all going to do that for? So now that lets you know that the ownership upstairs truly never believed in this guy in the first place. Granted, of course, you want to cover your what, but if you paying the guy who has a $60 million cap hit next year, why would you go trade for his replacement? And then the league already looks at him like, well, I'm not going to take on that cap number. So are you going to trade that? Technically, this is a put up or shut up year for Dak. It was already that before Trey Lance got here. Now you're also telling me that Mike McCarthy has to be better than Kyle Shanahan at being a quarterback guru. That's another boulder that you put on his shoulders. So there's a lot of silver linings in this. Of course, we have our future quarterback for the long term, but now you just added another bullet point on people's being like, well, this is why we don't like Dak list. So Dak, go out there and do what you've been doing all every time your back's been against the wall. You ain't like Spence. You have a plan B. You show up when it's time to show up. as far as shutting the world up. Now do it in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens from here. But as far as Trey Lance, you're in a perfect situation, my man. You're in a perfect situation. You get to learn from somebody who nobody really likes. What just happened with the 49ers. You get to learn from a guy who had to take a starting quarterback's job. Same situation. You get to learn from somebody who knows how to win under all this scrutiny. The guy lost his mother, came back and won games. The guy lost his brother in the middle of a contract negotiation with the Dallas Cowboys. Still went out there and dropped bombs. His leg came off. His ankle was like on the other side of the field and bounced back. Hey, redemption stories all around, man. So Trey Lance, you in the perfect place. 49ers, I want to say thank you. This is not the win that I wanted from y'all, but I'll take it. Go ahead.
All right, before I go, shout out to Tay, man. This was a great comment right here. It's okay, Dad. You will live to see another Trey. I thought it was hilarious. All right,
no, Tay been doing something. He had another going that said, this segment should have called Free at Lance.
There you go, Dave.
What's up? Hey, baby. What's up? You know, glad that you always support us. But as you can see, you're
she can your heart from where she's at. She's like, let me come on, encouraging words.
yeah. I need all the encouragement I need right now. I'm not happy.
Yeah, but jazz them up. Man. You act like y'all don't understand. Y'all keep listening to Stephen A. You gotta hear from a Cowboy fan.
So look, y'all. Obviously, I don't have no dog in this fight. You know, obviously, I no diss to Tomo, but you know, y'all know how I feel about the Cowboys. And the 49ers, I don't have no real beef with them. I respect the 49ers. So look, first we start with the 49ers. Your boy Giannis, I don't know, man. That press conference threw me off. Somebody asked him a direct question. I should have clipped it up. Somebody said, I mean, you know, Brock Purdy winning the job. We can understand that, but I mean, we saw every snap in the training camp, and Sam Darnold wasn't a clear winner of that. I mean, basically, like we saw Trey Lance win this battle. How in the world did Trey Lance not get the second job? So you're telling me, John Lynch, that this guy Trey Lance has a promising future. You saying that like his future is so good and it's bright. Sam Darnold is who he is, y'all. Let's get that straight. He's who he is. He's not getting better. What you see is what you're going to get. All right? So if Trey Lance has got this promising future, why quit? That's what they did. Why quit on the individual who haven't even had a shot? I mean, the man played one game in a daggone flood that anybody could have played terrible that game. And the second game, he gets hurt because they constantly said, why are you running this quarterback up the middle? He gets hurt the rest of the year. So he hasn't really had his shot to prove that he's worth the position. A guy you traded 3 first-round picks for. That's what I don't understand. They quit on him too soon. But they made it seem like, oh, we try to find the best place for him. Why is Sam Darnold over him? All right, 49ers. Now, Tomo, I'm going to apologize in advance. This is not to you, okay?
Do your thing, play.
This is not to you, all right?
We got a panel tomorrow.
This was listen, I got to take my Commanders hat off and put my NFL hat on, all right? Jerry Jones, I give him his praise, right? I gave him his praise on the show about being a GM. Jerry Jones, awesome move. Dak Prescott had Jerry Jones like this a few years ago, right? On the negotiation table, he had him like this because who was the replacement? Who was going to step in? Nobody. So he kind of had to pay Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott had all the leverage. Dak Prescott got a less, like they tried to sign him to a long-term deal. He's like, nah, I need a 4-year deal. Not that, like, dang, I should have signed that long-term deal. But anyway, but extension is coming up. That day is coming up. And Jerry like, ooh, let's get somebody to put some fire under this dude. Let me go get Trey Lance. We ain't got Trey Lance. And now Dak Prescott has no leverage no more. I mean, zero leverage. Y'all wild. Zero leverage. All right. I mean, I said Jerry. Talk to Jerry about that pause and stuff. But so look, Dak Prescott, I'm sorry, I gotta revisit history. The reason why I think he's on a hot seat, yes, last 2 years, 12-5. Y'all been a good, great team in the regular season, you know. Even though y'all lose, we over-exaggerate. Y'all the Cowboys, but y'all went 12-5 last 2 years, all right? But when it's time for y'all to take the next level, y'all fell short every single time because of Dak Prescott. Because of Dak Prescott. This for one, Tomo. This for one, all right? In 2019, These are the last 3 times, David, I seen Dak Prescott in a make-or-break situation, and he folded. 3 straight years. 2019, he went against the Philadelphia Eagles. Both of them were 7-7. Week 16, whoever wins this game wins the division, gets to the playoffs. Carson Wentz, he had no receivers. Not one receiver that year had 500 yards. How? And what happened? They lose 17-9. They scored 0 touchdowns. They go into the 4th quarter with 8 minutes left, score 17-6. How did they win that game? And look, we all know what happened. You know, I didn't want to pull up early so Tomo could see it, right? You know, y'all remember this? Y'all remember this in the 4th quarter? Look at this, David.
He got plays.
In the 4th quarter. In the 4th quarter.
He got plays, Dave. No,
Are you serious? So that lost the game. All right, that lost the game right there. Sorry, it's not to you, Tomo. No disrespect to you, right? See, then he gets hurt. Y'all look terrible. Commanders win the division. Shout out to Chase Young. 2021 against Davis 49ers. We talking about the #1 offense in the NFL. #1. Dak Prescott brought a daggone touchdown record that year. #1 offense. Right? Go at home, wild card, super favorites. 49ers were not as good as they are right now. They were in 2021. They could contest to that, right? And then what happened? What? #1 offense at home, 49ers. Look, in the first 3 drives, the 49ers score. First 2 drives, 3 and out. And then y'all score in the 3rd drive, running the ball. Y'all ran the ball 6 out of 8 times. When y'all ran the ball, y'all did great. But when y'all put the ball in Dak's hand, y'all did not do great, Tomo. And then punt, score 16-7 day. Guess what happened? Dak Prescott throws an interception in their own territory. Y'all scored, David. The score is now 23-7. Like, y'all was keeping them out the end zone, Tomo. The 49ers couldn't score. But that interception put them in field goal range, and they scored a touchdown. Debo Samuel, shout out to him. 23-7. And I would put up the play, but, you know, we all know what happened after that. Y'all lost the game. And it's because of Dak Prescott. Y'all had the #1 offense that year. And then lastly, last year. Oh, my God.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Right?
How does this come on us? About Dave moment.
Dak went against the Buccaneers. Balled out. Tomo was a Cowboy chilling. You know, he was.
You see the background?
He was balling. Me and Dave was like, okay, we saw that. But you got the 49ers now. We were like, hey, Dak, what you did was great. You don't have to be great at the 49ers. This don't be bad, all right? This don't be bad and win the game, and we're going to give you your praises. What did he do, Dave? He reverted back to what he did in regular season, led the league in the 7th. I mean, y'all were stopping the 49ers once again. They couldn't score a touchdown. Field goal. But first of all, no points. Dak goes interception. No points. Field goal. Dak goes interception. And then we all know how about that final play. I got a clip of that all the time. I'm sorry. Hey, I got to show my man Zeke real quick, all right?
Why are you doing
Look
that?
at my man Zeke.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm sorry.
Fired up for that NFC East channel. I ain't never seen Joe do this. I ain't never seen you act like this before.
Not for you. But my whole thing is, yeah, they were a better team, but don't like those interceptions he threw were terrible. And then lastly, Tomo, here's my thing right here. Dak been running the NFCs, running it, no competition. And the moment the feet start getting hot, Jalen Hurts walked through that door. All pro. Philadelphia Eagles, #1 team in the NFC East. So now it's super pressure on Dak Prescott now. And the NFC is tainted and he still can't get to that big dance. So my whole thing is this year, you're right, Tomo. His job is not threatened. If he gets hurt, you never know. Trey Lance come in, ball out, you never know. But Cooper Rush will be #2, though. But next season, Dak Prescott going to be playing for the Atlanta Falcons or he's going to be on somebody's bench. That's all I gotta say. If you don't get his act together, he's gonna be on a terrible team or he's gonna be on the bench somewhere. Chad Henne. Let's get it.
Dave, I'm glad Joe can make your day. I just can't. Worm not here, so I can't just sit up here as a Cowboy fan and let you rock like that, Joe. I can't let you do that. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. First things first, Carl. Yes, it was a Cowboys touchdown record. It wasn't the NFL. He was about to lose his mind for a second. It was a Cowboys touchdown record. Yes, those last 2 years, of course, Dak let us down. That 2019 game, you need to watch the play before that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the play after that, Dak still let us down the field. So stop. Okay. So stop it right there. Stop it. That's all I got. I'm gonna let Worm defend this. The 49ers games mess me up, man. Every time I'm trying to defend Dak, when you bring up the last 2 playoffs, I'm like, I can't do nothing, bro. I can't. The proof is right there. But also,
Worm, why you keep saying Thursday? The plan was tomorrow, not Thursday.
But also,
I know, right? You see that?
yeah, but also, look, man. Trayvon Diggs had a chance to make a big play too. He let Kittle catch a bobbling pass. That's all I'm saying, though. That's all I'm saying. Michael Parsons came out and said, he's like, look, man, if the offense can't do it, then it's on us. We couldn't make a stop.
Is the offense what? What you say?
If the offense can't do it, then it's on the defense to do what? Without debate, when we talk about Jalen Hurts and his playoff run, that defense came and showed up. That run game. So when your quarterback not on, some other things need to work in your favor too. Now, that's all I got for y'all. I'm not going to defend them no more. Trey Lance is now a Cowboy.
I knew that was possible. I knew Warren. Look, I did that. I know I'm ready for Warren tomorrow. I'm ready for Warren.
Look. This was the face-off. I shouldn't have been here for that segment. You should have told me leave or something. Man.
Yeah, I'm still not happy. Even with that was a good moment, but I'm still pissed. I just all I gotta say. My last thing I gotta say about this: Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, Brock Purdy better be the answer. That's all I'm gonna say. He better be the answer. He looked great last year, and he has promise. The offense is catered to him, so there's no reason why he shouldn't be successful. I want him to be successful. It's not like I don't like Purdy, but he better be the answer. If not,
you're done, son. Hey, Dave, you had 2 doghouse nominees right there. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Yeah.
The clip alone was I wanted to put him in the doghouse. He got up this one. I failed Lance. I'm like, come on, bro. You selling it now. You selling it. Kyle selling it.
I ain't rock with that press conference at all.
I didn't either. It told me everything I've been saying about Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch was absolutely correct. That's all I gotta say. So don't question me next time when I talk about my team. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, you got something else you might want to argue about. How they gonna get Drake May? They gonna lose.
Yeah,
Hey, Carl, stop playing with me, bro. Stop
playing. He said, I see the vision and trust the process.
No, Carl, they're gonna trade us for DTR.
Look, man,
I'd rather have DTR than have Sam Darnold.
Hey, look. Well, actually, since we're talking about Drake May, right? Oh, now you say trade up. Okay. Since we're talking about Drake May, we got a lineup of shows that Joe gonna tell y'all about before we go into this next segment. So go ahead, Joe.
Let's get it, y'all.
Since you got props and everything.
Hey, look, man. Shout out to BWT, man. First of all, we got 3 shows outside of the main R2L show. Baseball with Teddy. Shout out to BWT. An episode had dropped this morning at 10 a.m. Teddy is on a mission. Well, unlike his Yankees. Sorry, Teddy. But, go next. But Teddy, man, bringing all the great baseball content. If you are a diehard baseball fan, a casual fan, or someone who wants to become a fan, tune in to BWT, man, right? And the baseball chat. They're going to talk about that later, but shout out to BWT. Also, shout out to CTC, Carl Talking College. I'm about to say sports. Carl yesterday went live on Sunday, recap week 0. Man, Carl, like his uncle said, some of them games were hard to watch in the second half because it was just blowouts, right? But Carl sat there and watched them games, gave y'all analysis of the game. So definitely check that episode out. Carl is a daggone Albert Einstein when it comes to daggone CTC, right? College stuff. So shout out to Carl for that. And lastly, shout out to FFC, Fantasy Football with Coons, Coach Coons. He had an episode that dropped last week. Hey, man, you got time for it? Go watch it, man. It's a great episode. All right. Hey, I realize people who don't even watch football play fantasy football. So, everybody, if you are a fantasy football doing that at all, make sure you tune into FFC, giving you great advice. He ranked, I think, like the top 160 players, something like that. He giving you quarterback tier 1s through 5s, running backs, wide receivers, all that stuff. Kickers, right? So make sure you tune into FFC. A new episode will be dropping in a few days. Make sure y'all check on, stay tuned for that. And Tomo, Take over.
Hey, this next segment, man, I should be prepared for it after what Joe did with all these videos, man. You gotta talk about bucking back, man. Giannis came out and he was, I guess it was like a press conference, or maybe he was on Instagram Live. You never know with Giannis. He just be everywhere spilling the beans when somebody asks a question. Like his agent need to tell him, like, relax, man, relax. But Giannis was like, I don't want to be 20 years on the same team and just having one ring. I'm paraphrasing, don't quote me, because he might find this episode. I'm like, that's not what they said. And I'm like, it's cool. But my question is, will Giannis remain a Buck for the entirety of his career? And because, you know, Dave, you went first, and Joe had all of my videos prepped up for us, I'm going to start this one off. So I was listening to something, you know, throughout my travels, and I heard this quote. It came across, and it was like, don't let your loyalty become slavery. If they don't appreciate what you bring to the table, then let them eat alone. And Giannis, in this situation, I mean, you brought him a ring. You were the finals MVP. You were one of the talked about at the moment as one of the best players in the NBA. I mean, if they not doing the things to make you feel like you at home or make you feel like y'all can win a ring, then you got to leave. I mean, I respect the quote. I mean, the NBA is the NBA, but also, what? No, because he going to the Kings. Okay, that would be nice. But, I mean, at the end of the day, some people say Drew Holiday is the best player on your team. And to me, I think you are one of those players who has the casualty to be like, we can make a championship. Like last season, you got hurt, but you are the player that could have changed that series against the Heat. You are a player that changed the series against the Nets when y'all went up against them. You were the player that changed the finals so y'all can get y'all first ring. Like Chris Middleton helps. Of course, you have a band of brothers that are there. And also with the league changing all of its rules and the super max deals and how it can only be two players here and there, it will balance out at some point. But if you feel like it in some point of your career that the Bucks are not trying to help you get better, or you're not doing something to help the Bucks get better, then I think both of y'all should part ways. So I'm not mad at the quote. It is what it is. It's business at the end of the day. So to me, I think he will be, but the way things are going, unless he's going to take a pay cut somewhere else, or maybe they end up with a Kevin Durant on their team, he might be out of there. So, Joe?
So, all right. So, look, Giannis, leave. Just leave. I mean, win, lose, or draw, leave. Just say that. Start there. He said that he wants, if I'm going to sacrifice my family time, my personal time into basketball, it has to be to win a championship. All right? That's his number one goal, to win a championship. Plus, he doesn't like the fact that they hired an unproven head coach, somebody who's never head coached in his life, somebody who, you know, I mean, he's been with Toronto. I mean, what has Toronto done the last few years? You know, so they did win a championship when Kawhi got there, but since then, I mean, one first round, no playoff exit, right? So he's like, I don't, and then plus, Brook Lopez is getting older. Drew Holiday is talking about retiring, right? So Middleton, injury prone, getting older. They don't have a young core at all. And he said, if I'm going to play for a team for 20 years, it's to win championships. That's what he said. So he should leave. Now, where should he go? All right, y'all. Take your unbiased cap off. All right. You want him to come to the Kings so bad.
I mean, we already had a quote. Tay already left a comment saying that. So you could just read the comment.
Oh, hell. So look, where I think he should go, light the beam. I'm not saying this because I'm a fan, y'all. Think about this.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
I'm serious, though. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. Is there a team out here who is young, who has some experience in the playoffs recently? Like I said, their core is young. Plus, they have great shooting, which Giannis needs around him. They have a proven head coach like Giannis asked for. And literally, Giannis is the missing piece for the Kings. I was trying to think of another team outside of the Kings. I was thinking about OKC, but OKC they haven't made the playoffs yet. They look good on paper, yes, but we haven't seen them in the playoffs yet. I was thinking about Minnesota. Yeah, that would be good, but they don't have shooting around to put around Giannis. They don't have that. And then, so I'm thinking about the only young team I can think about that could fit Giannis I mean, he could play, you know, he could play anywhere and be good. But when I'm talking about like it'd be perfect match for him, it are the Kings. And Giannis don't care about playing in a small market. Obviously, we saw that with Milwaukee. And imagine Giannis going to California where Steph Curry resides, right? Where just as young. Nah, bro. Luka hauled the ball too much. You saw what he said about James Harden. I mean, he said, I want a teammate who want to pass the ball. And you think he's going to play with Luka? Get out of here with that. Anyway, so my whole thing is he rolls into California in the same state with LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, and he take over? That's media market right there. So I honestly think that the Kings been constantly saying we are going to be aggressive but patient. They've been saying that constantly at press conference. We're going to be aggressive in free agency, in trade market, but we're going to be patient at the same time. And that's exactly what they've been doing. Look at our offseason. We wasn't super aggressive. We brought back everybody. We signed Sasha. That's going to learn about him. Little patient. But I'm telling y'all, 2 years from now, y'all going to be on the last year of his contract, and the Kings going to be lurking. Shout out to Tay.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, Dave. I told J-Mo and my brother, I probably said this on the show too. All I want from the Kings last year, in the beginning of the season, all I want us to do is get to the playoffs because we don't get no media attention. Nobody knows who we are. Free agents or trade partners, they look at NBA and they say, you know what? If I was there, we would have beat them. If I was there, we would have beat them. But nobody says that about us because we not in the playoffs. Oh, we don't play on major market. So what happened last year? We get to the playoffs. You think Giannis going? Man, I can hear Giannis now, like the beam. I can hear him being so excited about like the beam. Right?
You're not gonna say it that clear.
Nah, y'all gonna be loving like the beam. I always wanted to do this.
But there we go.
Right? So we get to the playoffs, and I'm not being biased. I believe we played in the most competitive series out of the whole playoffs last year. The Warriors and the Kings. That was a competitive series. That was physical. It was back and forth. All that stuff. Game 7. So Giannis saw that, and he's like, man, we would have won a championship. I was there. De'Aaron Fox, I love him. He's fast. And then free agents. Then guess what happened? Now we got over 20 national television games. More people gonna be watching. Get to the playoffs again. I'm telling y'all, you heard it here first. We heard it in the chat first. Shout out to Tay. Let's get it.
I agree. He should leave.
I like that, Dave.
They're gonna agree with me. My bad.
Vaughn said it best. Giannis, don't pull a Dame. Don't pull a Dame. Don't do that. Look, at the end of the day, we all said that Dame should have been gone seasons ago. We knew the Portland Trailblazers weren't going to do nothing. Nobody wanted to go to Portland. They weren't trying to win. Best chance he had to win was when they went to the Western Conference Finals. And we knew that wasn't going to last long. He should have been glad that he even got there. Giannis, you got a ring for him already. Got a Finals MVP, you know. And Tom, I gotta say something about the Miami Heat comment. He only got through us once, and that's when they got to the finals.
He said
One
what?
time.
You never know, man.
We played him in 3 series. We beat him twice.
We don't play with our food.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't either. That's why they lost 4-1 this year.
And then Drew Holiday. Oh my gosh. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Best player with the Bucks, you know, Drew Holiday.
I know what time it is.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's what you were talking about? Stop it. Oh
yeah, you didn't know what I was saying.
no.
Anytime we bring up the Bucks, you got to throw that in there. You got to throw that.
I was him. That's why I laughed. But nah, Giannis should leave, man. I mean, if they're not building around you, if they're not giving you the team that you need to win, why would you stay? Why? Drew Holiday is already talking about retirement in the next 2 years. Brook Lopez ain't gonna last that long. You know, Chris Middleton is, you know, we don't know if he's gonna be healthy or not. You know, he's good, but how long is he gonna be? He's 36 years old now. He ain't getting any younger. So What you got? What you got to stay there for? Who other than them? Who else? What else? What other person on your team is like? All right, I can run through. I got my foxhole buddy. Who is that?
See what you did there.
Who is that? You don't have that right now, honestly. Drew Holiday is your second best player on the team, or Chris Middleton, whoever someone wants to say. But I mean, come on, man. Giannis, go leave, man. Leave. You can make money anywhere. Don't matter where it is. You're marketable for one, so you're gonna make money no matter where you go.
Man, it's funny.
And Carl, this is not a shot at Detroit, but you can go to Detroit and still make the same amount of money and still have the same marketability.
I got a shot.
You'll probably bring more ticket sales to Detroit. So that would be that. I'm not telling him to go there. I'm just saying. I'm just giving an example right now. I'm not saying that's where he's going to go. But I think another team that he'd be good with another young core is Houston. Whoa. I think if he goes to Houston, he has a great shot at not only competing but being with a young team that's ready to go now. And honestly, do they have a superstar in the team just yet? They don't have a superstar in the team. They got some good young stars. They just signed Fred VanVleet. They got Dylan Brooks. So I mean, that's nice, but is that really going to get them over the hump? I don't think so. Giannis would be that piece. Giannis would be that piece in Houston. You put him with that young core, Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Fred VanVleet.
I don't see them being a championship team. They need another guy.
With Giannis, I see them being a championship team.
Would be the guy.
I do. I think they would be a championship team because that core, their team would be enough. I mean, because if you look at the Warriors last year, who was really like, I mean, you got Wiggins. Yes, but dude, does anyone really consider him a superstar? No. He's a star, yes, and now he's only been in the All-Star game once his entire career.
Just want to get a one?
Yeah.
But the Warriors got years of chemistry,
and they got a team. What I'm saying is they have a team. So he has that team around him will be enough. He can build that chemistry, of course. I mean, Giannis is, like I said, he needs shooters around him. Other than Dylan Brooks, I feel like they got shooters around there. So I think that would be nice for him to go there. Some people will say OKC, but I feel like they already have a core that they're really building towards to where it may possibly not work. You got SGA, you got Lou Dort, you got these other guys, but
Chet.
I don't know. Yeah, you got Chet. So
Chet would be good next to him.
Yeah, so I mean, I think those two would. I think Houston for sure would make them a championship team.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't like the Houston move. I think they need another guy. Cause Giannis, that Bucks team, that was a perfect team for him. 7 foot 3-point shooter who could play defense, point guard who's a 3-and-D guy who could play defense, shooting guard who could play defense. Who playing defense in Houston? Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet played defense, but that man what? Like he might, same goal. Like he playing defense. Y'all ever see Sabonis play defense?
I mean, never mind. I was about to say it, but that's cool. Look, hey, Carl, if Giannis goes to Detroit, y'all gonna turn into the Flint, Michigan Tropics. That's all I got for you. All right.
Flint, Michigan Tropics. That's crazy.
Is he gonna take all the money and resources from the city? You know how much he gonna have to pay that man for him to go there?
It's cold and deep.
It's very cold, and I don't think y'all want to go where it's too cold. He might go to the Pacers before he go to Detroit, but I don't really have a team. I like the Kings.
Yeah,
I see your vision. I see your vision with Houston. What about the Timberwolves? I'm just throwing it out here.
Nah,
they don't have the role players to me. You know what I mean?
They don't have the role players. They traded all their role players for Rudy Gobert.
They do have my man Nasri. I like Nasri. I like who else they got? They got what's cause the defender they got? They got his name.
Stacey Division.
No, he's still Giannis. But Minnesota will be good because of Ant. But I don't know. You know,
Who else is going to be there? Like,
we got to think about this, y'all. Also, my bad, Dave, cut you off. We got to think about this also. They have the trade to get him. So a lot of people are leaving to get Giannis. So we can't just look at the rosters as they are and plus Giannis. That ain't the case. I know we get Giannis, we're going to have to give up Sabonis. We're going to have to give up Kevin Huerter. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that, though. As long as we keep Fox, Keegan, and my man Davion Mitchell, I'm straight.
See, Joe, I was coming from the more of the aspect of him being a free agent and saying he want to go. Now,
yeah, that's what I was.
If we're talking trading people, then it's going to be different. Then he can go in. Anything can happen now.
I mean, it's not. But Joe, it's not like they have the franchise tag in there. In 2 years, he's an unrestricted free agent.
But yeah, I got you. They better not put a Ohtani, all right, and not trade him. My whole thing is Giannis respects the Bucks good enough. I believe that he will let them know that he's not resigning before the trade deadline. I don't think he's gonna pull LeBron James and do an interview and just walk away for nothing. That's wild. But I think he will let them know, like, hey, I'm leaving. And plus, you the Bucks, you can't let a superstar like that go on a last year without either extending him or trading him. Because you lose Giannis for nothing, the Bucks gonna be bad for another 60 years. So they're gonna have to trade that man.
Joe already talked about the Mavs, Kev. I mean, Giannis
the Supermax situation not gonna work either because if
that too,
like Joe saying with the trade, it's not gonna work.
Like you said, the Supermax not gonna work because you got Kyrie on the contract now.
Yeah,
and
you
got Luka. So which one of them are you going to trade for him? You going to trade Kyrie for him? And I'm more than likely Milwaukee don't want him.
Exactly. And they just traded the team Milwaukee, to get Kyrie, and look what happened to their team just to get Kyrie Irving. I mean, they can't play a defense with rubber leg. Now you go get Giannis. Who gonna be playing? Who gonna be in a team, bro? That gonna be in the free agent market digging out people like IT. That gonna be digging out Joe. That's gonna be in the big three picking up people. Hey yo, Ice Cube. Hey,
no, bro. That's gonna refuse to lose picking up people. That's how cheap they gonna have to go.
Like, come on, man. Y'all about to be picking up people in the practice squad. Like, no, y'all don't have the assets.
I'll go down to Dallas and play for the Mavericks if they call. Like, I ain't gonna give y'all no good minutes, but I'll take the money though.
Hey, me too. Shoot, call me. I come up on injury reserve. I come up injury reserve real quick.
We go let them do the video when they was talking about the Cavaliers. We are the others.
There we go. There we go.
When Giannis want to call timeout, I grab the towel.
Hey, Luka, you might want to be from the corner right there. All right, but let's calm down. Let's calm down because we all talking about international players, but we got to talk about some more international players. We got to talk about these Instagram chats that we got. So we want to bring up. We got to tell y'all about the chats that we provide because y'all like the jokes, y'all like the way the show is going, but y'all got to also understand how you be included in the conversation because the show just don't stop here. It continues over on Instagram, and I'm gonna let Dave take it away.
Yep, it sure does. That's where all the news comes down at. Like Tomo said earlier, unfortunately, I had to report the news about Trey Lance being traded to the Cowboys, and that was in the NFL chat. So, they heard it there first, and honestly, they heard it on the show first because I announced it on the show in live. I also said it at the same time when Dalvin Cook signed with the Jets. So, letting y'all know that we actually put the news out immediately. Y'all sleeping on us when it comes to us saying that we got, we got the information here. So, I'm just saying. So you want to join these IG chats? The only thing is you can't join it for free anymore. When Tom gonna go over what it takes to get in, but I'm gonna just tell you what the chats are because we have the NBA. And that is mixed in with the WNBA. We have the NFL. Shout out to Coach Coombs, like Joe said before. He does FFC, so all fantasy football goes through there. We have Major League Baseball, everything, and we don't just talk about Major League Baseball. We talk about college basketball, Little League World Series, anything that involves baseball is talked about in BWT. So shout out to Teddy with BWT. Appreciate you, my guy, for continuing doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. We have college football and college basketball. Week 0 just happened. Shout out to No, I'm not giving them a shout out because I don't like them. I don't like them. But Notre Dame blew out Navy 42-6. You know, it was a pretty, expected game. And then we had Jacksonville State winning their first FBS game. So, shout out to Carl, who definitely had a fire episode, yesterday, talking about everything that happened in week 0. So make sure you tune in to CTC. So we, college bet 42-3. Sorry, you're right. I gave him an extra 3 points. I tried to give him some grace, Carl. But also. Basketball is like 70 some days away, college basketball. So when it comes, trust me, it's gonna be y'all gonna be happy when college basketball finally starts. It's gonna be great. And then shout out to the combat chat. That's with boxing, UFC, and WWE. I have to say this because I'm not sure if anyone else is going to cover this, but I have to say rest in peace to Bray Wyatt, who was a part of the WWE, who suddenly passed away a few days ago. So hopefully we're sending prayers and condolences to you and your family. So, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. And then it was a controversial fight that happened over the weekend. So some people lost respect for Usyk. So we'll see how that goes. But Tomo, I'm telling them all the stuff that happened throughout the week. They're not going to know this if they don't become a member. So tell them what they got to do, Tomo.
Y'all got to click the link in the description. But we got one more segment before I really tell y'all how to become a member. My man Dave just gave y'all the access. But before y'all can join, I got to see y'all boarding passes. You got to check y'all passports too. Because somebody else need their passport checked. My man, Noah, what you doing, Noah? Noah out here he's just up here running laps, talking about some 26-year-old who just won 3 gold medals, in the 2023 World Championships, 3 of them. He had the right to go up there and talk. Yeah, he had the right to be at the podium, right? And he's ranked number 1 in the 200 meter, but he also top 5 in the 100 meter. But my man goes up there and he has something he wanted to say, and I'm gonna play this clip for y'all because I botched the quote earlier, but I'm not gonna botch this one. This was too good for TV.
Is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
There ain't no flags in the NBA, but we're going to have to throw a flag on that play. My fellas hit me up. They said, we got to talk about this. So, Joe, not just the city. We talking about the world. How you feeling when you heard that?
Man, this dude, straight, his delivery was so disrespectful. He said, world champion or what? I was like, dang. I'm like, gosh, straight disrespectful. You're wrong. The NBA are world champions. My man, just in case you didn't know, right? Great job. Congratulations. 3 gold medals. Appreciate you. You represent the country. We rooting for you. Keep doing your thing. But think before you speak next time. Don't forget that. You're on the podium in front of the world. Top flight security of the world, Craig. Come on. But listen to this, y'all. What's easier? Winning the NBA championship or winning the gold medal? Winning the gold medal. Did y'all know there's been 20 total major Olympics for the basketball? Do y'all know out of the 20 Olympics, America won 16 of them? Can we say that about any team in the NBA? Winning most of the championships. I mean, the daggone Lakers has been around since the 50s. They only got like 17. And they got the most. With the others, I think. Also, the U.S. won the first 7 U.S. Olympics. We're talking about every 4 years, not 7 years in a row. Every 4 years, you reload and U.S. is still winning. The last 4 U.S. champions, the U.S. won. U.S. has never lost back-to-back U.S. medals. We can't stand up by any team in the NBA. Do he not know there are people like Giannis, Luka, Jokic are in the NBA? Do he not know the NBA is the most highest paid basketball league in the world? Do he not know that everybody's trying to get into the NBA, from the Europe League, from this league, that league? They're trying to get here to play. Nobody ain't leaving the U.S. to go play in China. You think Dwight Howard want to be there? He want to be here. So my whole thing is this. Be respectful, man. Be respectful, because there are only 400 jobs in the NBA. And we're talking about every single person who plays basketball get together and they try to get into this one league. So whoever wins that NBA Finals is better than any basketball team you can assemble right now. Go to any country. Pick the best team in France, the best team in Europe. They ain't beating this team because this is the best league. So this man tripping. I mean, the U.S. is doing what Russell did when the NBA started. That's what the U.S. do. The U.S. dominates. Nobody really watches it. No disrespect to the Olympics, but most people don't even watch it because they know who will win. It's the U.S. Now, this year is more competitive because you got people in the NBA playing in the Olympics. That's why it's more competitive. Shai Gilgeous, isn't he not in the NBA? Yes, he is. All these other players are good on these other countries. Luka, is he not in the NBA? Giannis played last time. Is he not in the NBA? France, most of their team is in the NBA. That's why they're good. Not these teams that's not in the NBA. No, what? Come on now. So my whole thing is this: be more respectful. We respect what you do. Don't disrespect what they do. All right. And not only that, I'm not sure how you feel about the black community. As a black man, this is a black the NBA is majority a black organization for real. When you look at the players inside. And you're going to diss how they what they're doing? World champion? Yes, it's the world champions. So that's my take on that. Y'all can take over. I know y'all got a lot to say too.
Don't watch the NBA. Plain and simple. Don't watch the NBA. Don't watch it. Go ahead and run track, and you did a great job. Not distant what you did, but the same way how we can praise you for what you did, you could do the same thing for them. What was your point in going up there and just dissing them? No one asked you about the NBA. No one asked you about them being called world champions. You just had an epiphany and was just like, well, it's crazy, pretty much, that they can be called world champions and they only play in the United States. Man, because we on YouTube, I can't say what I really want to say, but you are ridiculous. You took your time to diss players like Joe said, like Giannis, Joel Embiid, who's also
who they trying to recruit.
Exactly, who they try to recruit. And then who else? I mean, I have to bring up his name. I'm sorry. Ben Simmons. I have to bring up his name because he has dual citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
These are players in the NBA who can be playing for other countries. But why ask yourself this? Why do they come to the NBA? Why are all the best players in the NBA? Because the NBA is the best league. Has the best talent. It's the best in the world. You got players from France, from Cameroon, from Italy, from Spain, from Canada. Canada has Jamal Murray, SGA. Dylan Brooks is on that team too. They got some players. USA may not look as good as Canada, but we still got Anthony Edwards is on the team. We got Paolo, who's coming up, who Vaughn said could be top 5 next season. We got Jaren Jackson Jr., reigning defensive player of the year. Brandon Ingram is on that team. These are stars.
And those are the best players.
You wouldn't want us to put Jason Tatum out there and LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and come on. I could keep going. I could keep going. So come on now. It's just don't do that. Just respect other players, respect other athletes. You went out your way to disrespect an entire league pretty much. Full of people that look exactly like you. I don't see why you did that, and you just made yourself a candidate for the doghouse.
Yeah, Tomo, we talked about this, right?
You made yourself a candidate. So if everyone agrees, I believe he belongs in there.
Yes. I before the show, I said, Tomo, I was like, I called Dave and said, you want to throw him in the doghouse? This could be a doghouse segment.
Hey, he had 3 candidates. He could have just went back to back to back.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Whole episode of doghouse.
Kev, you was right. He definitely did sound like AJ. Like, he sound like AJ in the chats when we say something about Jalen. What? Y'all gotta be stopped, man. Y'all gotta be stopped. That's exactly what he sounded like.
He did, and then he laughed like it was funny.
Yeah, he straight.
He laughed like he said a great joke. Like that was hilarious. Like that was something everybody's going to kiki about. No, dummy, you shouldn't have said that.
Man, y'all gonna.
This guy needs some help. I hope his brother.
I seen this and I was like, first of all, what's going on here? And did he like Tay said in the comments, but I was like, Tay stole my notes. I was like, did he not read his shirt? Like, bro, it say USA, right? Like, hold up, bro. You got a lot of things going on right now that they probably didn't ask you about. And it seems like also one of those things where, you have a conversation with somebody prior to you getting on air or prior to a debate just popping up. And it sounded like he was having a conversation there. And he said, you know what? They not no world champs. And I'm going to say it when I get up there.
I can't believe
I'm a world champ. I got 3 gold medals. KD still trying to get one. Well, a ring or 3 rings. KD got 3 rings, right? No, you don't. See,
he got 2 NBA championship rings, not 3.
Yeah, see, he ain't got no world championships, but that's what bro was. I think more so outside of that, he do. That's why I checked myself when I said he ain't got 3, but he do got 1. Okay, he did his thing. Well, excuse me, guys.
Technically, he got more championships than he does.
Technically, yeah, because he got more world championships than him. He got 2 NBA final rings, and he got 2 gold medals.
No, he got 1 gold medal. He got 1 because he was in the he got 1. He only got 2. He got 1.
Dame got 1 too.
Yeah.
Dame, you should have been actually.
Wait, no, he does have 2.
He played with LeBron.
He played with LeBron and Kobe and them. He was on that team too.
He was?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Remember, he was on that. He was on there. James Harden was on that team. I think Russ was on that team too. I think. Oh no, D Rose is on that team. That's what it was. D Rose, James Harden, and KD was on that team.
He's on with Carmelo. He's on the Redeem team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or they may have been on the.
Probably though.
I don't know.
He was on the team.
We'll go back to we gotta do some revisionist history over here.
Remember at the end, that's when Kyrie and them was doing the little shmoney dance and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, Kyrie
was on that team.
Kyrie actually led them in scoring.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the Kobe team. That was a different team.
I don't know.
That wasn't Kobe and them. That was the one. I know which one you talking about. That was when they was all on the boat.
But LeBron was on that team. That's what I'm saying. LeBron was on that team, I believe.
Actually,
Kobe
he wasn't.
All right, go back. Go ahead, Tom.
I'm a fact check.
You see what he did? He made us start talking about real world champions. Look what he did, man. Shout out to you, bro. But for me, after that, I looked at his shirt. I said, bro, first of all, you talking about the USA. Hey, I looked it up. I'm glad y'all did tell me he is from the DMV because I seen that his hometown is originally Florida. Because I was like, maybe he a first generation. First gen, sometimes they be like, look, man, I ain't really I'm from America, but I ain't from America. My parents brought me here, so I'm reaping the benefits. So I went with that one. And I said, nope. Went to school in Alexandria, so that makes sense because Virginia be tripping sometimes. Y'all know the laws out there. They make up their laws, and you try to make up one live on air. Also, sir, what are you talking about when it comes to like world championships? Like the debate that he really wanted to start is the one that I hear about with soccer. Like when we call football, like he had a better chance if he was playing soccer and said something about it. And it's like football is really our sport. Cool. But this one here, nah, bro. You run track. 2 separate sports. NBA had nothing to do with it. Go ahead.
I was right. I said it. I said that 2012 team. I was right. LeBron James. It was LeBron James, Anthony Davis.
Kyrie,
it was LeBron. LeBron. Hold on.
Kobe was there. He was more of a defender that Olympic. I remember that.
It was Tyson Chandler, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Deron Williams, Iggy, Kobe, Kevin Love, James Harden, Chris Paul, AD, and Melo. They want to go there.
Kyrie let him in scoring, right?
Yeah.
You got to check.
Look at that. But Joe, you said everything that I was gonna say as well too is about how the NBA. Did you know there's 120 players from 40 countries, like 6 continents that play in the NBA today, and there's a few more because if you tag on France. So at the end of the day, basketball is a world sport. Everyone comes here because they know this is where the top of the top. This is the top of the food chain, buddy. Like, I'm sorry. Next time when you want to take out your gripes on the USA, do it in a better fashion. Don't bring it down to NBA. You could just be like, I like the USA sometimes. And then you could have went into a whole political rant after that. You decided to just pee on the NBA for no reason. So shout out to KD for being the first person too to say, hey man, this man tripping. So and Carl, it's not crabs in the barrel because crabs belong in a barrel.
He said, "World champions of what?" I was like,
that was crazy.
Then
he leaned into the mic though, like y'all ain't hear me.
Yeah, Kyrie wasn't on that 2012 team. I think he was on the 2016 team.
All right, let's get it, Tomo. Let them know.
Man, basically what he was doing was he tried to click the link in the description and it didn't work for him. We want you to click the link in the description so you can become a member. Become members of what? Refuse to lose. That's what. We want y'all to make sure we got these 3 tiers going down right now. We got a pro level, an all-star level, and a superstar level. And Dave told y'all about the chats, right? He told you all the chats that we have to offer. Joe also told you about the shows that we have to offer earlier. So don't think that when we tell you about becoming a member, that it's just for this one show here. No, you participate in all the shows that's on the network if you join a certain tier. And I'll tell you how to do that. So the first tier is the pro level. For $2.99 a month, you get loyalty badges next to your name and comments on the live chats. That's during the episodes. You also get priority comments. As you can see, your comments are going to jump straight to the front. Like my man here, when he said, of what? Like that just jumped straight to the top of everybody's timeline. And you get to join one sports chat. So that's all the chats that Dave named. That's just one sports chat. But as you can clearly see, we offer multiple shows on this network. So that means there's multiple chats. And with multiple chats, there's multiple debates. So you want to jump to that all-star level for $4.99 a month. You get the same perks from the pro level, but you also get member-only videos. We got a lot of member-only exclusive content coming out for y'all. So make sure that you join that all-star level so you can be included on some of that. You get to join multiple chats, so you get to follow the conversation. As you can see, we drop news and updates in all of our chats. So we get them before all your favorite platforms. Like we already knew that Undisputed was going to be what it was going to be because we knew about it before the announcement. Like Skip told us. He skipped y'all and told us. So make sure with the all-star level, you get to join the multiple chats and you can figure that out. And you get to request a topic or a segment nominee. We talked a lot about the doghouse today. That's one of the segments. Not So Average Top 5. That's Joe's. Not So Average Top 5, that is. You can talk about that. And you got your done son. And I think I got somebody good for your done son. But if I don't, if you're an all-star member and you got somebody you want to put on your done son, let me know so I can show the people, hey, that's what it's about. And requesting a topic, we just talk about it on the show. But if you want to request a topic and you also want to talk about that topic, not just in the chat, you want to be like, I requested this and I got something I want to say about it. You jump up to the superstar level for $9.99 a month. You get the same perks from the all-star and the pro level, but you get to be a guest on the show as well. Remember what I just told you. If you got a request, you could actually come on here and spew your knowledge. And you get to join the R2L chat. That's the Don Dada of the chat. So anytime there's a debate or anything going down and it don't finish in the common area, we're gonna say Gen Pop of chats. It finishes in the R2L chats. For $9.99, you can see how that debate finished. We had a lot of bets going down in the NFL chat. Some people got called out. Click the link and you'll figure out what I'm talking about. And you get awards and plaques to the top. There we go. You get awards and plaques to the top performers. So that's based upon the episode that you were on. And it goes off the numbers. Go check out that award episode. We got it on the network right now. So click the link, check it out. And you're like, oh man, all right, I want one of those. And we give out real awards. It's not no paper certificates, no elementary school stuff over here. All right. And you get member shout outs. So shout out to all our members. We got Jerry, Donnell, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach. And you're like, Coach, don't Coach got a show? Yeah, man. You got to reach one to teach one. Might not be the example, right? So I'm going to be an example. I clicked the link in the description. I became a member. So why not you? What's stopping you from doing it? Huh? You sitting at home on the couch all day? Nah. For those that know that commercial, you can become a member today.
All right, cool. Let's get these last words. Hold on, I keep that one. Last words, man. First of all, appreciate y'all for staying to the end. Like always, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all was lit in the comment section. The comments, the show is not the same without the comments. So we appreciate y'all. W promo. All right, let's look at these last words then. Look, man, Commanders, listen. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Jerry. I'm going to do it. Shout out to my man, Decorius. All right. So look, y'all about to get a glimpse on how I felt last year with the Sacramento Kings, with the Commanders. I'm letting you know right now. Everybody got us underdogs. Everybody think we're going to be trash. And watch as the season progresses. They'll be like, somehow it's pretty okay. I think, he's pretty good. Ron Rivera's doing a good job this year. Everybody hear me? That was a big move this offseason. Watch. All that going to come out. So shout out to my Commanders for that. And lastly, I met a Sacramento King fan yesterday. Woo! I was so pumped up. He's from Sacramento. And we was talking about lighting the bean, all that. He was like, So all I gotta say about Sacramento, keep an eye on Giannis. Hashtag swipe MVP season. Light the beam.
All I have to say is two things. One, just like Thomas said about your done son, let me know if you have a candidate that needs to be in the doghouse. I have 3 of my own, of course. We have already talked about them today. But if you have a doghouse candidate, let me know. You can DM me. You can @ me in any of the chats. I'm in all of them. So just let me know if you got somebody. 2, this goes for all professional athletes around the world. Don't disrespect someone else just to highlight yourself. That's it. That's all I got to say.
For me, my last words is I got to be mentally prepared for tomorrow. Like, this is going to be interesting. If you have not watched any episode of Refuse to Lose and you're watching this one, say this your first one when you clicked on this by accident and you're like, oh, this was in my up next, subscribe because you're going to want to watch that panel tomorrow. Majority of our chats are NFC East heavy based. I mean, maybe that's because of the area we're in. We're always looking for new fans. We're not just looking for, hey, ladies, you can join as well. But that NFC East panel tomorrow, man, a lot of people got some stuff they need to get off their chest. It's going to be a lot of stop the caps and cry, Eagles, cry. It's going to be a lot of that, all right? So I just want y'all to know, be mentally prepared for a good episode. And
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
That's my last words, man.
One more thing.
Thank you, Dave. I want to end on that one.
I got something to say about I got something to say to somebody in the chat. Kev.
Oh, man.
I'm sick of you talking about my Niners defense. Put a $100 bet that we won't be a top 10 defense this year. Put your money where your mouth is. That's it for me.
Donations.
All right, y'all. Like Thomas said, NFC East panel tomorrow. Be there, be square. 9:30 p.m.
There we go.
9:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're not here at 7. 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So all the kids gonna be asleep, all that stuff. So that's all we got for y'all today. And we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.